offense about set to begin this drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete. Jackson now steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. That's complete to John Ross.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs are once again back in front.
This time the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Jackson to throw, rolling to his left.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. From the 29, Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson out to his left. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Jackson buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
The slot man in motion right. Now Jackson on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. Slot man moves right. Jackson will throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Chiefs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. That didn't appear to be a design safety blitz. I think he was just going off instinct.
I love the way you described that, because I'm thinking along with you. I'm not sure that was designed that way, but he saw an opportunity, gambled a little bit, and made it pay off.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. To try again after the sack. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Elliott running right. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realizing he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Dancing to his left.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Steps away to his left. Got his man complete. Moore. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You don't see too many cornerbacks coming up with hits like that in the running game. He announced his presence right there and knocked it back for a loss.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
But the criticism is that he overthrew his man, but you got to give him credit. He also didn't risk an interception with that type of a throw. Because of that, they still have a chance to put some points on the board.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last?
I'm actually throwing this game.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sam gets with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Boy, you will not see
a quarterback of this caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. That's complete. It's Bell. He's converged on quickly, and I don't think he got the first down. He did not. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking.
And now here's another interception.
Can't see that circle, boy. That's the only way you're getting it. You can't see that circle.
I think you and I were a little surprised
back
earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked up 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble and second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit. And he gets a small gain on the play.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on second down.
Oh, fuck. That shit fucked my thing
Going
up,
deep
man.
downfield for Ross. And intercepted.
Fuck
Maybe
me
the
up,
turning
man.
point they need.
That was just a look.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
That shit fucked me up. That shit sent that nigga the wrong way. When you run a man, you gonna hit you with some man beaters real quick, my boy.
And you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Jackson being chased out left. And
Come on, man.
Complete. Now the coverage a little
Who was that? Who was that? Who was that? Who was that running in front of me?
About it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed
Oh,
out.
man, my dude fell down. Oh,
I'm not even sure I know who this
dude
guy is
fell
out there
down.
playing right now. This is very unlike
tripping,
one of the most
man.
accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. If they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Shit, this is
Throwing again on second and 10. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
Yeah.
And he's up
This
in
nigga
at
has
the
work,
33,
man.
following a good
Sending
pickup.
one defense the
It's
whole
funny,
game.
throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups. Don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. When we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Jackson looking to throw on third. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll send Beckham in motion right. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Buying time to his left.
Come on, man. I cannot see that damn circle. Why? I threw that to the wrong dude. Fucking running back wide open. Running back wide open. There is nobody on him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
I let him go.
He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. John Ross, 33 yards. And the Chiefs are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I ain't worried about it. We get beat next game. I ain't tripping. My boy who got my boy with them Cardinals. Yeah. Secondary better, you gonna have to run that man, but that secondary better stick with
this next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play. Getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Come on, man. Throw it to him.
They lead big, and a major
wide open.
Has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Come on, man.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Get Jackson in motion.
4th down. Here's Jackson.
I threw it right to you. I seen you going over there.
Interception. And the Chiefs
I saw you running over there, my boy.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
It's about the only dude's gonna get over. Nobody else gonna get over. I don't know why I played that man. I could have been playing this right here the whole game. That shit right there kill all your little cross routes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mahomes now to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravensons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it
Boy, try to throw it low. I read that. I knew it was going low. That's why I played it low.
Back out on the field and try and do it
again.
again.
That shit low.
Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run.
2 people, bro. 3 people really on that play. And man can't stop.
A seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Flowers. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. One thing I think
more POs, you'll get open on that man.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And Jackson throwing once more on the move to his left.
Come on. I had a touchdown. I don't even know why I didn't throw it to him. I seen it. I just was trying to hold the ball. Get Jackson.
And an inability to advance the ball from the other.
I had the touchdown.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash.
Oh, I missed it.
And this one is no good.
Yeah, this is your game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game.
I ain't giving you everything, man. I ain't that bitch right in the center. The arrow is pointing right up toward it. It's it. That's crazy.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it would appear that that first round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start. No letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it, sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Oh, wide open, complete.
We did it all. We intentionally doing it.
For a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 62 yards. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
You celebrate like you're doing this. I'm letting you do it.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
Man, you're not doing nothing. I gave you this, cuz. Yeah.
The Raven offense set at the line.
The defense easy to beat.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt.
Bro, I quit.
And he's gonna miss this one.
This shit right here, man. I put it right there in front of the
And this will remain
boy.
a 23-point deficit.
This shit right here.
Now, this was a clear day in September. I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor.
Man, this shit right here, boy.